What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we'll be talking about the Ninjutso Sora V3 and whether or not this could actually become your new main. So before I start off, I want to give a quick disclaimer. This mouse has been sent out to me for review by Ninjutso, but my opinion on it will not be changed whatsoever. So let's first start off with what is inside the box. When opening the box up, you will first find the mouse here and the pill-shaped dongle right there. You take this up, where you will then find the cable being located here and a little envelope which you can pick up over here. In this little envelope, you will find a really cool set of stickers, the user manual, and two sets of skates, one being full size and one being dots. I have used the dots, but I could not recommend them for glass whatsoever. They were just really way too stretchy for my likings. I can show a video right here. I have also used them a bit on cloth, where they will be not as bad. Now to the shell. As many of you know, the Ninjutso Sora V3 has a new exoskeleton built in, which helps prevent those creaking and flexing issues that people had on the Sora V2, for example. The shell is way more rigid and solid, and I cannot get it to creak or bend anywhere. The only point where I could actually see it happening would be here on the sides, where it flexes in, but unless you actually death grip, even with a death grip, it's really hard to get a problem when clicking. So I do not see that as a big issue. Now to the coating, personally, I have rather sweaty hands, so I can really enjoy a good coating, which this mouse actually does really well. I did not feel this thing slipping out of my hands during like Kovac scenarios, for example, and I could just have it perfectly in my hand, no problems whatsoever. Now to the weight, this thing comes at around 40 grams and is perfectly weight balanced with a completely closed shell, which I can definitely really appreciate. Now for the shape, I personally have rather big hands. I have 20 by 11 hands and used to make the OP1, but it was way too narrow at the front, which kind of gave me that locked in feeling, but it definitely gave me fatigue after some time where I had to take a break from gaming. This mouse, on the other hand, is really similar to the Cyrox V8 shape, which many people like and love, and really gave me no fatigue whatsoever with my pincer claw grip. So yeah, all in all, this is definitely a rather claw grip focused mouse, but this could definitely work for people with larger hands, for example, aggressive claw, pincer claw grip, or even perhaps fingertip grip. Now to the battery, this is a 300 milliamp hour battery that easily lasts very long. Personally, after a week of usage on 2000 Hz polling, mine is still sitting at 20%, which I really appreciate. In the settings of the WebDriver, you can turn on Hyper Switch, which the click actuates the moment it leaves the off state instead of having to travel all the way down to the on state. This basically removes all physical delay that then happens. The clicks remind me a lot of the OP18K's custom KLGX switches, with no pre or post travel, perfectly clicky. The side buttons are a bit harder to actuate, which I personally like, but that is up to you of course. Also no pre or post travel. The scroll wheel is nice and tactile, also reminds me a lot of the OP18K's scroll wheel. The new sensor that Ninjutso uses on the Sora V3 is called the Aim Ninja 2 Pro, which goes up to 45,000 dpi. This sensor also includes Raw Motion Gen 2, which keeps the sensor directly synced to the PC, making motion delay practically non-existent. Now here under your WebDriver, you can see all these settings: hyperclick, optical engine, system mode, lift-off distance, which you can change, slam click, the sleep timer, the report rate, and all the DPI stages. Of course, here you can personalize the LED on the dongle. You can also tune on macros, and yeah, really all in all, a really nice, clean WebDriver. Nothing that you need to download. I really appreciate it, and I like it a lot. So, all in all, I've really enjoyed my time using this mouse, and I could not find any point where I would say, do not get this mouse. It's really well built. The shape is really nice, which of course is subjective at the end of the day. The clicks feel great, and the weight is really nice. So I really hope you guys like this review, and I really can't wait to review more stuff. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.